You put a bunch of boys together, someone is bound to get hurt eventually, especially if you consider 40,000 boys all being out in the woods having fun. But being prepared for a medical emergency in situations like this is critical. Joining us live now in Huntington is 13 News reporter Tiffany Lopez, and she found out just how prepared medics will be at this year's Boy Scout Jamboree in Fayette County. Tiffany.
Hey, good evening. The Boy Scout motto is be prepared, and having blood on hand in an emergency situation is very serious and very necessary. And I met with two women today who are making sure that the medics at the Boy Scout Jamboree are prepared for any situation.
This is a very big deal for all of this to happen.
Such a big deal, a National Guard Black Hawk helicopter was called into action. Raisa Wheeler oversees what's known as the Blood Project for the Boy Scout Jamboree in Fayette County. She's making sure that if there's an emergency, blood is on hand, and the helicopter was called in to deliver it.
It's extremely crucial. God forbid we do have a significant injury.
This is the first time the Boy Scout Jamboree will have blood on standby.
If the situation is that bad, they do have a really good potential to have massive blood loss. And you can bleed out in 6 minutes.
The Boy Scout Jamboree is a high-adventure camp that includes mountain biking, hiking, and ATV riding. With 11,000 acres of remote forested area and more than 50,000 people, access to blood can mean life or death.
Since it's such a time-sensitive issue and the summit is in such a remote area, we felt it was necessary to have these resources available close.
It's taken a team of people to make sure that the blood stays safe and it can be returned if it's not used. And of course, in Boy Scout fashion, there was gratitude shown for it.
In return, the summit held out their own blood drive, and it's sort of a thank you to say, hey, thanks for helping us out with this blood product.
The American Red Cross was in charge of all those blood drives that made this happen. And listen to this, the Jamboree has 30 medical facilities on site, and 10 of those operate 24/7. In Huntington, Tiffany Lopez, 13 News, working for you.
Tiffany, thanks so much. The Jamboree Medical Services also has a staff of 450 medical volunteers right there on site. And you heard us correctly. We did say the Boy Scout Jamboree. The U.S. hasn't hosted since 1967 in Idaho.